Serena pushed herself onwards, rounded a corner into the temple's interior, and dropped to her knees as she saw terrifying beauty and awesome energy in the lights and noise of the temple. Bekwa Kinska stood in the middle of the great space, her arms raised in a V as she held up the wands of a vox thief, and the music poured over her. Serena thought she'd never seen anything so beautiful in all her life. Her eyes burned with colour, and it had been all she could do not to weep at its perfection. Now, back in her studio, she had spent all her energies trying to recapture that brief, shining moment of perfect colour, without success. Straightening her back and wiping her tears on her sleeve, she picked up another palette from the detritus strewn around her and began mixing her paints to try, once again, to capture it. She mixed cadmium red with quinacridone crimson, leavening the red with some perylene maroon, but already she could see that the colours weren't quite right, the tone off by a fraction. Even as her anger built again, a droplet of blood fell from her arm into the paint as she was mixing it, and suddenly there it was. The colour was perfect, and she smiled, understanding what she had to do. Serena picked up the small knife she used for cutting the nibs of her quills and drew the blade across her skin, cutting into the soft flesh above her elbow. Droplets of blood fell from the cut, and she held the palette beneath it, smiling as she saw the colours forming. Now she could begin painting.